Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jonathan Gardner playing Satisfactory. I forgot the name of the game. Anyway, somebody made a really nice comment. They said that I'm one of the best Satisfactory players you've ever seen. Now, given that I haven't really watched other people play yet, this has all been kind of my stuff that I've kind of discovered on my own. I appreciate that. And I am trying to bring Factorio in. Anyway, last episode, if you haven't seen the recap, the summary, I decided that I'm going to redo my factory, and I'm not going to try for a main bus style system. Instead, I'm going to build like little factories that are focused around building one type of thing. And I think that's the best way to do it. And also, I unlocked coal, and I decided that I wanted to get coal, and that is a big goal that I have right now, is to get coal. Okay, so I'm going to leave this factory running as is. Maybe I'll pick up some of those plates or something like that, but I'm going to tear this all down and rebuild it at some point. Maybe this episode, maybe next episode. But another thing that kind of dawned on me, like, I don't know if you remember, there's a moment where I came over here and I went and I said, like, holy cow, there's like 27, something like that, reinforced plates. And it shocked me, right? Because I really haven't had that many reinforced plates ever in the game. Just sitting around doing nothing. And I forgot about the power of time in this game. That if you set a process up and you say, we're just going to make one a minute, okay? And you have an hour-long episode, you're going to have 60 things by the end of the episode. And so time is really... I have to resist the urge just to craft things at this point of the game. I really have to actually just start building things that make things and stuff like that. So I'm going to go up and we're going to have some fun. I don't think I need this. We're making miners. We're going to make some miners. They're right here, aren't they? I think 2 of them is the right number. And we're going to make a ton of belts. We're not going to build coal generators yet. We're going to build the miners. So I do need portable miners. Let's make some of those. We can make a lot of them. These guys are expensive in terms of inventory space. So we'll make 2 of those. And we need iron rods and tons of concrete. Let's go fill up on concrete now. Alright, this is what we're going to do. I assume this is concrete. Yeah, we're going to take all that. Alright. We're going to go get some coal. It's like a pocket dimension is the way they explain it. And the corporation can expand your pocket dimension for you. Okay, is there anything else? Probably. Do I want to take chainsaws or anything?
It's that spell in D&D. It's that spell in D&D.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like one of those...
Yeah, that's no problem.
I forget it. I forget, but I'm going up there.
That's cool.
I believe that's where I need to go. Let's see. Alright, there it is. Yeah, 504 meters. Okay. So let's start to build. And I know what I want to build now. And I know how to build it. Because I've done it before. And I forget exactly what angle. See, I don't have like a level to measure things up. What I can do, let's put that a plate here. Let's get that lined up there. Is that it, or is I think that's the best I'm gonna get? Okay. Okay. So now I need to basically get a line. See, I can't crouch or anything. See, I want to look along this line and see if that line gets me to where I'm going. I think it does. I think it does. Okay, so now we build. We build up. And this, I feel like I'm cheating by doing this. But this is what you can do in this game. Alright, and Elion is here with me, and she had an important question. You want to ask that question again? She's studying history.
What's separation? What does it actually mean?
Separation of church and state. Alright, I'm going to put my historian hat on. Okay. And I know that we don't like to talk politics too much on this channel, but I think this is an important one. As you know, I am religious. I go to church every Sunday. I'm active in my church. I believe it's true. I teach my kids, and we read scriptures together most of the time. We say prayers. To me, religion is very, very important. Okay. Now, go back in time to where America came from. And there's a lot of mythology that just isn't true. I think I'm going to make it. I think it's going to line up and everything like that. So you told the story of the pilgrims. They came over because of religious persecution, blah, blah, blah. That's not true. That's all false. Okay, they did not come because they were being religiously persecuted. They came because they were doing the religious persecution. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. So the Puritans were very, 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 very devout, okay? And they were coming from a climate in Europe where people would kill each other for having the wrong belief, okay?
That's more than half the people.
No. No.
There's a lot of
Yeah, but the wars weren't always caused by religion. Religion was an excuse, okay? So, anyway, the idea that... See, Christianity, when it first was introduced, back in the first century, the Romans had a system of religion that was very, it's very shallow, I guess. In how it wasn't. You didn't have to feel like it's true. You didn't have to believe in it. You just had to do the things that were demanded, right? And the church and state were one and the same. Like the Roman government was an extension of the church. They met. The Senate met in the temple, I believe, of Jupiter. And the other things were all religious. Everything was religious. The treasury was a temple. If it wasn't somebody's house, it was a temple. Exactly. There wasn't any, the corporations were basically the little cults and stuff like that, the different religions. And Christianity kind of threw that all for a loop because Christians said, hey, you need to feel it's true. You need to have faith, right? And you need to change your behavior day to day and not just like how you observe. In fact, the holy days aren't even really that important, okay? And so when Jesus was walking the earth, he was telling people like, hey, be nice to each other, don't fight with each other, submit to your rulers, things like that. And he was trying to get them to focus on changing their personal, and I got to deconstruct that without falling myself off, to change their personal, individual behavior. And so Christianity grew up in that kind of environment in the 1st century AD. And by the time the 4th century rolls around, you have, people declaring that something's a heresy, and people are actually killing each other over believing things that the Christians don't think you should believe, right? And so that's basically European history in a nutshell, okay? Religion was an excuse to fight, but they would fight because of religion, okay? Now, America has a very interesting history, and part of the amazing history of America is that we discovered fairly early on that religion kind of doesn't matter, okay? In that it doesn't, see, I made it up here. It doesn't really matter that much. Ooh, you can see there's some guys that want to shoot me and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter that much to Americans which church you go to. So by the time the Constitution and everything rolled around, there's coal around here. It's right here, in fact. The time the Constitution rolled around, we had already figured out that religion isn't that important, right? It's not a matter of national security, what people believe in. The Romans thought if you don't celebrate, if you don't adhere yourself to the state religion, then you're actually a threat to the state because you would destabilize a city, right? Remember, the Romans would consult the oracles before going to war and before going to battle. And if the oracles didn't agree and they went to battle, which happened 2 or 3 times in their history, they would lose.
Yeah.
That's what they believed, right? And so they're it's actually a threat to our security to have you believe in a different religion and have you not conform with the religious beliefs that we have, right? And that thinking carried on all the way up until about American times when Rhode Island was formed, okay? Rhode Island was basically a place for pirates and people that didn't agree with the religion, okay? And they found out that you can have a functioning state that worked perfectly fine without people agreeing on basic concepts of religion, okay? Now, Thomas Jefferson, the phrase separation of church and state comes from a letter of Thomas Jefferson, I believe, to the Danbury Baptists. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the Danbury Baptists. And the question was, I forget what the question was, but basically the Danbury Baptists, if I recall correctly, they were concerned because they were not exactly the popular religion. And they were concerned that the government would become like, they'd establish some kind of state religion, right? And so what Thomas Jefferson was telling him was that there would be a separation of church and state, meaning that the church and the state would never become the same thing. Okay? That's important. All right? The other thing that Thomas Jefferson explained to them was that it wasn't that religion wouldn't influence government. It was that government wouldn't influence religion. Okay? So America, from its very beginning, had very fundamental ideas that religion was important in terms of your personal life. And people who were able to be pious but not stupid, like lawful stupid in D&D, right? If you could be lawful good but not lawful stupid, then you should be a good person to run the country, right? Right? George Washington, for instance, right? He was very pious. But he wasn't
exactly vocal about it anymore.
Well, I mean, he worshipped God, he prayed, right? What more do you want George Washington to do? The thing that George Washington didn't do, though, was go around telling people what to believe and how to believe, and, oh, you don't believe in the right thing, then you must be a heretic. And we should tell people that you're stupid, right? He didn't do that, right? George Washington is popularly considered a deist. That is not entirely correct. George Washington was very quiet about his individual beliefs. We're fairly certain he was not a deist. Okay, Thomas Jefferson actually was. Okay, you know what a deist is? Okay, a deist is... they're very hard to describe. They believe God exists, but God wants you to figure it out on your own. Okay? And all the doctrines and stuff like that is a load of crap. Okay? So they're willing to question any doctrine that's been accepted for 10,000 years if it conflicts with the Enlightenment. Okay? So that's Thomas Jefferson to a T. Thomas Jefferson is like, I'm going to experiment with anything and everything. Right? He's what you would call a classical liberal. And that's typically what deists were. They wouldn't affiliate themselves with the church. They might read the Bible. They typically did read the Bible. But they wouldn't talk about, like, specific teachings, and they wouldn't get into arguments about whether Jesus said this or said that. Okay? So that, in a nutshell, is the freedom of religion thing. Okay? So the idea in America is that you go to church, you say whatever you want about your church and what you think is true and what you think is not. You bring that to government. Right? So you come to government and say, you know what, I don't think we should murder people who committed murder because that just doesn't sound right. Or somebody else might say, oh, no, I think we should. And then you have a debate in government. But the church will never go and say to churches like, oh, you teach that execution is good? Well, then we need to put you at the stake, because you're heretical, right? This is why the gay marriage thing is so concerning to so many religious people. Because, like myself, and you guys might get angry at me for saying this, I don't think gay marriage is supposed to be a thing. I think it's wrong. I don't think anybody should ever do that, right? And that's a religious belief I have. However, that'll influence my vote, but I don't think government should go around telling people that they should be right or wrong in their beliefs in that sense, right? And my concern is that somebody might one day say, we need to put you in jail because you don't agree with the idea that gay marriage is good, okay? That's why I'm concerned, okay? Now, the other people are saying, like, well, you don't want to put me in jail because I say gay marriage is bad or gay marriage is good or whatever. And I'm like, no.
It's a conflict of beliefs.
It's a conflict of beliefs. Now, if we come to agree that there are real harms and, like, child molestation, right? We agree that molesting children is wrong. Okay, then we have a question, well, what do we do about it, right? And we might say, well, maybe we should kill people that molest children. Maybe we should just put them in prison or chemically castrate them or whatever. We can have that kind of debate, and we can disagree religiously, but when it comes to government, it shouldn't be dictating doctrines and religions. That's what it is. And this is one of those things that gets so heavily misinterpreted and so misrepresented that people believe that religious people should have no influence whatsoever in government. Yeah. But really what it is they have their own religious beliefs. They just don't call them religious beliefs. And they're trying to force their religious beliefs on me by saying you're not allowed to participate in government because you disagree with me. That's what it is, okay? So I think that people can have different religions and they can be smart. In fact, I've met quite a few people from quite a few different religions that are quite smart. And so I'm under no presuppositions that you have to be a particular religion to be intelligent, right? And I need to set up power lines now. So this is my big rant, and I probably lost half my subscribers with that rant. But the key takeaway points are: government shouldn't be telling people what to believe. You should be able to believe what you want, and you can influence government if you think that's the right thing to do. Okay? So that's that. All right? And there are people that want to exclude people because of their religious beliefs. And this is something that I vehemently disagree with, right? Like Mike Pence, he's vice president of America, right? Mike Pence, I think, is a good guy. I do not agree with Mike Pence's religion. He's a Christian, right? But I guarantee you, if I sat down with Mike Pence and we started talking about religion, we would call each other heretics, right? I would say, how can you possibly believe X? And he'd say, well, your religion is wrong because of Y. And we'd argue endlessly about religion, right? But, and this is important, at the end of the day, we would find some places of agreement, right? We might both agree that, that, for instance, what might we agree on? Taxes are too high, okay? And I believe it's wrong to take people's money because the fifth commandment, or the eighth commandment, thou shalt not steal. And he says, well, it's wrong to take people's money because that's the church should be taking people's money. We can have disagreements about why, but we can agree on policy, So that's kind of the story there. So let me do this trick here. And there goes all my subscribers. See ya! If this kind of talking offends you, then you probably don't want to watch my channel. Honestly, because I do have very strong opinions. And if you're so weak that you can't tolerate other people's opinions, the internet's probably not the right place for you. So that's my opinion on that. So I'm going to take these wires and I'm going to line them up here. I'll put them on here or something. Try to put them in the middle. How many is that? 1, 2. It's so hard to count. 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Let's count up. Let's just count up. All right. That's my opinion. So that's my understanding of this separation of church and state. It's one directional. The state shall not infringe on the church, but the churches and religious people certainly are free to make their opinions known and to get elected and to hold office and things like that. So, and that's the secret to America's success. That's why we're not killing each other all the time over religion. Right? As long as the government doesn't dictate religious beliefs, come on. As long as the government doesn't tell people what's okay to believe and what's not okay to believe, we can all get along. We can be happy. Okay? It's something that you have to talk about amongst yourselves and figure it out. All right? Anything else you have to ask about that question? Good.
It just sounds like another extension of the whole thing.
Yeah, freedom of religion, yeah. Note that it doesn't... Freedom of religion is not what you think it is. There was a time in our history when people believed that freedom of religion did not allow you to, become Buddhist or Muslim or something like that. Okay? That's not how we understand it today. Okay? But you have to understand that the people we're talking about that wrote these things initially, they don't agree with us, right? They had very different ideas from us. And if we were to sit down with some of our founding fathers and ask them what they thought about stuff, I think we'd be very surprised. This is not a good place for that. I'm going to move it out of the way. We'd be very surprised. They'd probably be considered religious extremists by today's standards. What's that? I couldn't hear.
It's not exactly surprising.
No, it's not. And they would look at us like, crazy. So why am I doing it that way? That seems silly, doesn't it?
You need 4 wires.
No, I just want to make it look nice now. Just make it look nice. Okay, now what I can do and what I want to do are 2 different things. I could bring down 4 belts of coal. I think these produce 120 per minute. So let's do that. 5. All right, so I want to do the stacker thing. 'Cause I think I have stackers now. Let's see how high these can go. I do want to do it off to the side. Not like that. Can I actually... Something else I wanted to experiment with is, can you build stackers on top of these? Nope. Or maybe, let me try that again. This time let's try it a little more. Let's just be a little more thorough in our investigation here. So I can indeed, I can. You can. You can build stackers on top of those. And let's build another stacker. Yeah. So that is probably what I'll do. Let's see if I can put one inside of a stacker. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, so we want 2 belts coming out. That doesn't look too bad. Let's go get the other belts coming out. I imagine this will be a heavily commented video. If you guys want to discuss freedom of religion and separation of church and state and all that kind of stuff, I know a lot of you are European. I said some mean things about Europeans. I don't know how much... I could be much incorrect about European history, but I'm fairly certain on those points I'm accurate. But if there is something that I said that's quite wrong, feel free to correct. I may be wrong that Rhode Island figured it out first. It could be something that, like, you know, they figured out in Denmark or something like that, before they figured it out in other places. So I'm happy to be wrong on that point. But that's how I was taught, and that's how I read. Was Rhode Island figured it out. Rhode Island solved the mystery. Okay, we're going to put this here like that. We can probably stack them right here, actually, but I don't want to. Okay, we're going to go through this tree, because we'll cut this tree down one day anyway. One more. We're going to have so much coal. I don't think you really need that much coal, but I'm going to make a lot of coal. Okay, now we're going to go... See how far this goes. I'm trying to make it line up. Make sure it lines up. So it's like on the line. It's on the inside of the line. Okay. So we're going to go down as far as we can go. I know that sometimes when you place... I have to aim it at the guy. Sometimes when you place on the... assume that's the right one. I was going to use so much iron. Oh, this is going to be so awesome! Oh, I'm so excited! Nope, too long. I need the stacker on a thing here. So I'll put that on my 7. Because I'm going to use that a lot. I'm making really good time. I'm very surprised at how quickly this went. I thought it would take longer. I thought it would take a lot longer. Which is why I started that long rant, because I thought that I'd just be doing mindless menial work. But it turns out no. See, did you see that? How the belt, when you put it on the crack, it doesn't know what to do? I kind of get that. I assumed that if you had a block underneath, it wouldn't do that. But I didn't do that. So, here. This is fun. I'm having fun right now. This just speaks to me in so many ways. 67. That's weird. If I aimed it at the conveyor belt pole there, it wouldn't quite connect up right. Haha, I'm out of plates. I can't believe it. Let's go get some plates. I think I can actually make a truck now. I think that's a thing. Shoot. Oh, my lord. Did that scare me or what? Oh. Oh, man, that scared me. Oh. I had a hole there I left. Oh, man. Oh. Can you imagine going down a ramp like that, like seeing a hole and like, ah! I think I can actually make a truck is what I was saying. And trucks are nice. They carry a lot of stuff, but not quite necessary yet for me. I'm just collecting leaves just to collect leaves. I don't really need it, obviously. But it's nice to have, because I think it might be time to convert our fuel production. Let's go grab all the leaves. That's all I have?
What scared me?
Oh, let's just take 100 of that. I left a hole in the ramp, and I was coming down the ramp, and I walked over the hole, and I freaked out. I freaked out like nothing, man. Okay, so it looks like... Are we done? We're done.
They haven't overruled.
Okay, yeah, this is done. So we're going to switch this out to... maybe we can do biomass bacillia. Here, bacillia is good. Let's do leaves now. Put the leaves in here. And, okay. Yeah, so this one actually, we want to get this up. Let's move it to 100%. Then we'll do some maths. Maths! Because we want to max out this.
Hey, it's fine right now.
Oh, it's going to take a while. I'll come back to it in a minute. I wish it would update its clock speed immediately, but it does it per item. I'm sure there's some good reasons they're doing it that way, but it's just annoying. Well, speaking of which, I haven't built the color gun yet. What? Can you choose colors? You're asking me if you're able to choose colors? The answer is no.
If I can do
I can do pale bear. Pale bear. Let's do pale bear.
bacon.
Okay, let's go check it out. The bacon?
Yeah.
The bacon? Okay, so we can only take 60 a minute there. So the 150 per minute is more than we can do. So we're going to take 60 and divide by 150. Actually, no, we can do 120. So what about 60 divided by 90? Oh, actually, we can upgrade all the belts. There we go, man. So it's getting, you can only do 120. You can't do 150. So 120 divided by 150 is equal to 80%. 80, please. There we go. It's making 72 per minute now. You can only take 60. That's fine. That's fine. So let's bring this down to 60 then. So 60 divided by 90. That's obviously 67%. And then we can make a regular belt here. We don't need to make that kind of belt. Yeah, there we go. So we'll bring the leaves in as fast as we can. It'll be like 10 minutes before we run out of leaves. Okay, I need some more iron plate. I'm going to bring the coal over here. and make power somewhere. I don't know if I have a place set aside for power yet. But I need some iron plate here. Let's just take it all. We have plenty of room. There we go. Oh, the coal power plant. I need to make the coal power plants. No. Let's set up, I don't know. These make 50 megawatts. How many do these guys... How much power am I using? 140. Let's double it. So let's try to make a... So, okay, let's say that 200. This guy's making, let's say, 200 max. 400. So I want 400 with the coal. These make 50, so I need 8 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need... Oh boy. Put all those modular frames and rotors. Let's get some screws. We'll definitely not be using all those immediately. Okay, modular frames, we need 24 of those. That requires rods, doesn't it? What's that? I need cable too. Yeah, I can just pick up the cable though. I have plenty. What are we short on? We're short on rods. Let's go get a bunch of rods. Let's go put the cement back for now. Let's go get a bunch of rods. Okay, now let's make those rotors. Alright, we need 40 of those guys. We're halfway there. And modular frames, we can build 32. That's amazing. You guys do that. Modular frames, we need 24. I want to skip the tier 2 belts and go straight to the tier 3 belts if I can. There we go. We can build those coal power plants now.
Those parachutes.
Yeah, Logistics Mark III. Actually, I'm going to start this one. 25 modular frames. Okay, the question I have now is where are we going to put these things? I have too many plates. Let's put some plates back. No, I want the plates because I have plenty of belts. The screws, I don't need the screws. Okay. I have an ingot, I can't believe it. Yeah. I don't think I need this many of these guys. Okay, should be good. Let's take all that. Okay. Where should I build the power? I think I'll just build it down here, this way. I don't know how big they are. Oh, they're huge. I forgot how huge they were. This is what I'll do, just... You know what? I'll build it on the right of this guy.
You need cables.
Oh, cables. Yeah, let's go get some cables. Thanks for reminding me, Kayla. You're so much nicer when you're not calling me names. What? What, did you say something? Did you say something important? I'll set it up right here. I'll set it up right next to where the coal is.
Where's the coal?
It's over here. And I need to calculate... Oh man, I need to calculate how many belts for 8 of these guys. We'll just set them up here. I don't have concrete. Oh
yeah,
well.
you left it all.
Yeah, I temporarily left it all. I just forgot about it.
Temporarily. What happened to your whole thing?
They're up here.
Three belts.
What's that?
4 belts.
Yeah, I'm going way overboard this time with the ball.
Woot.
I need concrete. Ugh. No. Everything needs concrete. I just messed myself up really bad. I came all the way back here without concrete.
You should bring your car.
In this episode, you get to watch me go back and forth to the base to get concrete. Might as well fill up my inventory with stuff I don't need, right?
What if that color
It's for the color gun. Ah, I'm stuck. Should I?
Get a jetpack.
I want to build out that way. I don't have a jetpack. You can't go to the store and buy jetpacks, woman.
Yes, you can.
No, it doesn't work that way.
It does.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I asked Mom to get me a jetpack. She said, what? I said, get the jetpack. She says, excuse me? And I said, excuse you? Go get the jetpack, woman. And she said, no. I said, all right, fine. I have to get it myself. Then I realized they don't sell jetpacks at Costco anymore. Okay, I'm going to build out towards that ramp.
You're done.
I think there's an iron patch up here, too.
What do you get from...
Yeah, it's not too far away. What's that, Kayla?
What do you get from the space elevator?
What do you get from the space elevator? You get from the space elevator the ability to build things. To get tier 3 and tier 4. And you also get... is that high enough?
Yes.
Let's go up a little bit more. And tier 5 and tier 6. Alright, this one. Like tier 7 or something like that. I don't think they have airplanes in this game yet. I know that they have stuff that the developers are working on that they don't have yet for... Oh, no, please be enough. Okay. It's going back down. What am I doing? I'm building places for me to build these coal power plants that I want to build. This is not right. Why did you have to be slightly inches higher? I'm gonna have to tear this all down.
No.
Yeah, I might. There's my coal mine. Okay, I want to set up the coal power plants here. See that? See how beautiful those are?
No.
These are so fantastic and beautiful.
Why are they always blue?
Maybe I can scooch it down this way. Yeah, I'll scooch it down right here.
There. There.
I'm gonna build 8 of these guys. Are they lined up? Are they lined up? Yes. No, they're not. These things are so huge. This is ridiculous. I want to build nuclear power plants.
What?
Look how many cappuccinos we have.
These are all
No.
cappuccinos.
Dad, these are all
Let me
cappuccinos.
see. Let me see this.
No!
No,
Somehow spit on him.
What are you guys doing digging through for cappuccinos?
Because nobody likes him.
Nobody likes cappuccino, so that's why we decided to be
Ah, so frustrating. Holy cow.
so frustrating.
I'm gonna throw him away.
In the trash you go.
You need 2-person.
This room smells like coffee.
There we go.
Oh my god, Kayla. This is poop.
Okay, I need to look something up on the wiki because I don't want to have to come back and fix this. So what I'm going to look up is how much. Okay, these guys make 20 megawatts, right? And okay. Here we go. Concrete. This is all messed up now. Official Satisfactory wiki. So buildings. The coal factory. Coal generator. What are you laughing about? What? Coal generator.
Surely it's a coal generator.
Coal is 270.
I don't think that's where you read it.
What?
I don't
Okay, you guys, I'm looking at a web page. I know. Fuel burn time is 5.4 seconds. Mark 1 Pure can do 10 power plants.
It tells you that.
A normal, so one belt can do 5 power plants. One belt can do 5. One belt can do 5.
Do you have inserters in this game?
Hmm?
Do you have inserters?
No, they just go directly to the factory. One belt can do 5. Well, let's get it down here so I don't have to walk up this ramp anymore. What's that?
Down the trees.
Cut down the trees. I'll probably do that later. Ooh, it's getting to be pre-dawn.
Dark. There's a slug right there. There's a slug.
I see it. I see it.
Go get it. Go get it.
I
Just
could.
make a walkway out.
I could.
Easy peasy.
Obviously, I'm doing everything wrong. Why do you sound like one of my commenters?
Dad, you're wrong.
Nobody's talking about.
You did it wrong.
I did perfectly fine.
No, you
Wait.
did it wrong.
Quiet you.
You did it wrong. Look. See? Question. Why does it become molten hot when you take it out of your pocket?
I don't know, but I think it's cool.
Are your legs just really hot?
It's coming from a pocket dimension. So that's their explanation. It's all pocket dimensions. Yay, we made it, everybody. We made it to the bottom.
Maybe.
And now let's set it up. So splitter. try to make this like not.
What about the other belts?
What about the other belts, huh? That doesn't automatically align, does it? Okay, so 5 machines with 1 belt. Okay, so let's build the number 5s this time.
Why is this clear?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do the same thing for the rest of them, but they're not going to hook up. Stupid tree.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Get in trouble with who? The police?
The environmentalists.
The environmentalists. I came to this planet because there are no environmentalists.
Who cares about environmentalists? Scare you?
That's kind of the point of this game. Doing what human nature demands we do.
Who cares about what they're doing?
Okay, so this one is the last one. He's going to come out. We're going to bring a new one in. Actually, I did this wrong then. I'm just going to abandon that belt of coal.
I feel bad for the people that are watching this.
What? What? How did that happen?
Yeah, I
What
feel
idiot?
I suck at this game.
What idiot? Daniel, did you put this one in the wrong spot? Is that your fault?
No, I think it's your. No, I think it's Kayla's fault.
I'm not even playing.
Who cares?
But you didn't stop me.
I did. You said no, it's correct.
That's because I hate you.
I'm going the wrong way.
No.
No, it plugs in the... It knows which direction it's supposed to go. I really wish you had blueprints like you do in Factorio.
Guess what?
We're going to have more power than we know what to do with.
Exactly, that's the point, isn't it?
And pretty soon there's gonna be a.
Where's the coal?
You didn't even turn on the power!
I did.
Really? You'll chat.
I need
Dad?
to verify the coal's going down. Yes, Daniel.
Pretty soon there's gonna be a lot of muscle and then you're gonna slip and fall and break your neck.
Why is there no coal?
Because you didn't turn on the power.
No, I did have the power running. I had everything hooked up. Did I lose power? But there should be coal on the belt at least. I must have done something terribly wrong. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't think that. Not even connected.
I figured out what's wrong. Alright, let's do it right this time. This whole time I was like, yay, coal is gonna be here any minute.
Take down. Yeah. Huh, funny.
Hey, look,
The coal
the
cover.
coal's going.
Huh, funny.
The coal on top is moving, yeah.
What's
I should
that?
probably check that it's going all the way down.
Now can you slide it?
I don't know if I can get. Actually, I think I can.
It's going the wrong way. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yay! I'm
No,
scared.
I mean like sliding back.
Go faster.
Oh wait, this is the one where you built the rampway to heaven
Yeah, but I did this in the series.
again?
Dad?
No, I was just doing it for fun last time. I was just playing by
Dad?
myself. I was experimenting.
Dad?
Yes, Daniel.
Is it
Can you use like
puzzles game?
slide by crouching?
Can you do what now?
Can you slide
Oh, cool. The stacks. They go through the ground above.
They're missiles.
Yeah.
Dad,
I just dug a hole there.
I know how
you
you
know.
get demonetized.
Demonetized?
Yeah. Do you know how to get
You know, I
demonetized?
don't think the goal of YouTube is to get demonetized.
Well, that's my goal.
Because imagine if instead of
You should probably set a higher standard for yourself.
Dad, imagine if instead of sending resources to the people that you're sending to with this face animation, you send a missile.
Oh, that's right. This one.
But Dad, that's not going up.
Did you know that the Santa Claus movie, Santa Claus, is a movie?
There's a movie about Santa Claus?
That's Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
Say it isn't so.
That's Santa Claus.
What?
You can read it because she said she did.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it back in.
No, let's not put it there.
Because that's the place he's recording.
Anywhere
How about
but
you
there.
talk about,
Put it in the garbage can.
why don't you, talk about Satisfactory instead of like how I should get my work done for the day?
Hey, Eliana.
JJ, I think you should get your work done for the day.
I did.
What kind of jelly bean?
Cappuccino jelly bean is just not.
Cappuccino. You're a cappuccino or something.
Ah!
Ouch.
Can you die from fall damage?
Yes, you can.
It's
But
okay.
it's like Destiny logic where you take like no fall damage.
No, in Destiny logic, I'd be using all the bandwidth. Oh, Eliana's so sad.
Speaking of which, you said it's $30 and I want to
And you're calculating whether your friends are worth $30.
Full generation.
All right.
Better.
Let's see if coal generation is turning on yet. It should be turning on soon.
If I pay for that now, will that count for next month? What?
Well, there's another option. We could go for gigabit Ethernet. It's just like $500 a month.
What are you talking about? Because Destiny uses a lot of bandwidth. Okay. And get your own computer. No, it's Wi-Fi.
Get your own computer. It uses lots of network. Then get your own computer, okay?
That's how it works.
I will build an ISP with my own computer.
Get your own Wi-Fi network.
MiFi.
MiFi.
Get your own MiFi network today.
Is it not coming? It's coming just
Stop.
ever so slowly.
Doesn't it
It's
fall?
not even come.
Shouldn't it fall?
No.
You can do a lot of things.
You need conveyor
What does
belt
a satisfactory
level 20.
nano?
Well, whatever. It's not falling.
Okay, I noticed that I kind of did something wrong here.
What? The bully's coming.
It's coming. You can see it up there. Oh,
can't
shoot.
see
It's not coming.
Yo. Probably missed.
Dad, my reaction.
Oh, it should
What's
be
a
coming.
reactant?
My
Oh,
reaction.
no, it's not coming, Dad.
Oh, it's just coming so slow.
Race
it's
you
coming.
down.
Dad,
Race you down.
I have an idea.
I have an idea
Upgrade
too.
those to
2,000.
after you get the thing done, the logistics MK 3.
Moog 3. Is that how you pronounce MK?
No, Dad,
There's-
stop.
Okay.
Use the smaller versions of the foundation so that you don't have to waste.
No, it uses the same. It costs the same. Yeah.
That's stupid.
Don't work.
I know it sounds like you'd say, but this one costs 6. This one also costs 6.
What the heck?
Don't work.
Who?
Don't work.
Oh, I know. It's just for the benefit of having it smaller. Because it's not an unbenefit for having it smaller. It's a benefit. What the heck?
No, it's glitching.
You know what actually I should
Like
do?
you.
I'll just let that go. I don't want it to.
Kill.exe has stopped working.
But I'm still talking.
Oh. Yes, so that's proof that you're not working.
What?
Dad, what are you trying to do? Maybe you should put it right there.
You are.
Stop saying
That's question mark.
What?
Yes, I missed. Okay.
Will you miss it?
It's coming in! Yeah!
Is it turning on?
Yeah.
Whoa! You can see it like stepping up. Excellent. We're polluting the entire planet now.
Yeah! Congratulations. Now
Oh,
all the
I'm
aliens
excited.
infected with the cute ones and the very hot ones are going to hate you.
Hot ones.
What?
The ones that keep you warm.
What are you talking about, Daniel?
I'm talking about like the heaters.
What?
I think Daniel's trying to talk about girls,
No, I'm not talking
No.
about girls.
and
I'm
it's
talking about
it's like
hating
very
that.
uncomfortable.
Why would Daniel talk about girls? That's gross, Dad. Don't you understand?
I know. That's like Danielist.
I'm talking about the.
Would you please?
Would
Just
you
please!
Would you please hurry up? I don't like me. I don't like to be kept waiting.
Why don't you just destroy that front?
Actually, I should make these guys higher. I am sure about that.
You just got a ton of coal.
That's fine. So I know where to put that coal.
Stop cable. Stop cable.
If there was a third-person view for this game, would you use it?
Oh, absolutely. This is terrible. First person view is terrible. Here, take my coal.
And top down,
Thank you,
I'm assuming.
blessed person.
3/4 view, maybe.
Just ruined my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, because you're using 3 reasons, you're not 2. Oh, you're using like 2.5.
This feels awesome.
What?
Oh, I have to put the.
What about a movable camera?
I have to put the fast belt. I hope I have more. I have some reinforced plates. I have to put the fast belt there.
What fast belt?
A jetpack might be nice if you
Get
could
a
like,
jetpack.
if you wouldn't fall out of the sky and die, which is
Answer my question
about what?
if I paid you right now, would it count for next month? Because
We'll talk about that later. Okay. I've always told you Destiny was stupid. Now you realize why it's stupid.
you told me it was stupid because of the mechanics.
Yeah, and part of the mechanics is it uses all your network bandwidth.
That's not part of the game.
Well, but I can tell just by looking at the game. I
See?
can tell by the
So
bits, the
Your
pixels.
destiny just ruined Satisfactory.
See, Destiny is even that's right. Destiny is even ruining this episode of Satisfactory. That's how bad it is, Eliana. Whee! Now I get full belts.
Well, it's only ruining if you don't like this. No!
All right, subscribers. If you guys like Destiny, you can leave a comment below. If you hate Destiny and wish it would just go away, don't say anything. In fact, if you are watching this video and you don't like Destiny, stop watching the video right now and erase your view. So if this video gets unusually low views and lots of dislikes, it means it's Destiny's fault. Yeah.
How do you erase your view?
I don't know.
Dad.
Everybody in the world that doesn't watch this video hates Destiny.
I agree.
I agree. Oh, everybody agrees, Eliana.
Majority rules!
Yes, it's unanimous.
Unanimous. I'm
Unanimous.
Sorry, but 3 people is not the majority rule.
It's close enough for government work.
Hey, we're the only people. Let's have voting in this room.
Oh, I have a better way to do it. Ready, JJ? You'll like this. The most important people in the world to me are my family, and my family doesn't like Destiny. Therefore,
Do I not count to you? No. Am I not a valid child?
oh boy. Okay, so do I want the
you sure
coal?
about
I want the coal to come over here, actually.
Well,
I think that's pretty cool.
so, can you please do my journal eventually?
I will do it eventually. Just would you
Eventually.
just stop asking for me to do things like taking my family and chores that I have to do because it's my responsibility as a father? Would you just stop that?
Speaking of chores, the dishes need to be washed.
Oh, Dad, I think I know.
Why?
How many do you need per week, Dad?
What's the minimum amount per week? Because you never told me
What?
the minimum amount of food per week.
You guys should be getting A's. I'm Asian father, okay?
But you're not Asian! What's the minimum amount?
I identify as Asian.
Because Mom gave me a 4.8 and I don't know if that's a valid score.
For the whole week?
No. On one of the days she gave me a 4.8 and I don't know.
I would like you to be filled with self-doubt and lack of confidence in your abilities. So the answer is
I already am.
that's not good enough. No. That's the perfect response. Because of that response, then I am going to say, okay,
Wait,
it won't
from
let
who,
me.
or JJ?
It won't let me. So
Alright, Dad, just what's the minimum point?
0.
Wait, Dad! What's the
I
minimum
have an
amount
idea.
of points to not get in trouble?
Just keep stacking up the conveyor stackers.
Like, what's
and
your
then-
lowest expectation for
And
us?
then eliminate all the other ones below it, and then you can get minus.
Climb to the skies.
No, Dad! You can
Literally.
stacking up the conveyor.
Literally.
You can go all the way up to the space elevator.
And then you can just eliminate all the before ones and just make the conveyor belt go 2,000 feet high.
And then you can live on the space elevator.
How
See,
high
I
can
think
you
I
go?
think this is pretty good.
Just walk it around
I want to make steel.
Steel? Why do you want to steal steel?
This has been an hour episode, guys. We have
It's
coal.
only been 30 minutes.
It's been an hour. We have
It's
coal.
been 30 minutes.
And I think I'm going to wrap up the episode here, actually. I don't.
This is how you're gonna wrap it up.
No, not inside.
Yeah, please don't do that inside.
Dad,
I think I might.
Dad, call this episode Billy Bob Cole.
Billy Bob Coal. This is the one where I get all the coal.
Cole.
Yeah, and then you don't need to.
It's the Cole.
You know, I could tear down the bio burners.
What? No.
Yeah, you don't need.
I really don't. I love how it just keeps making all this stuff for me.
Did you upgrade your screw?
No.
You
No.
need to
Go fight.
Oh, this is the wrong direction. I thought I was taking it. I was like, when did I get a green worm? And I was like, maybe it was that time. It's like, no, it's not. Okay, let's wrap up the episode by doing something fun.
Go fight something.
By upgrading
No,
your
let's
belt,
let's
you're
let's
upgrading
actually start the Logistics Mark III.
No.
Mhm.
Who cares about logistics?
Some people in this house care about
All
Logistics
the
Mark
other
III.
people who didn't watch this do not care about logistics.
Oh, JJ, why do you have to pay attention to what I say so much? Grab some extra wire. So modular ham. A student learns. Well, am I your teacher?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys all heard that, right? JJ, my son, considers me his teacher. Can I even build motors?
No way.
I'm gonna try to get at least modular frames. Kayla, you okay there? Are you choking on your own hand, or
No.
what are you doing there,
Oh, we
buddy?
did something fun today. We got jelly beans and then we eliminated every single one of the cappuccinos.
What about the champagne?
Ooh, I got 100 reinforced plates. That's pretty ridiculous.
They taste good.
I've never had so many reinforced plates in my life.
Dad, did you
This
hear
is
that?
amazing. I didn't hear nothing.
No, your kids like the champagne flavored jelly
Champagne?
beans.
Okay, you know Champagne's like a geographic area, right?
No.
It's not?
Like the Mozambique
What?
Apparently, in the stupid game that's new called Apex. And
Oh,
It's the new
Apex.
Fortnite.
yeah, it's called. There's a gun called the Mozambique. It's a shotgun pistol, and it's the worst. So it's not like
2, 1, 0. You're done. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop what?
Stop it.
Oh, I'm
Stop
sorry. I
it.
took a nap
Stop
there.
it. Stop it. Stop
So
it.
what am I supposed to stop
Stop
doing?
it. Stop it.
Now you can't
How do I build
afford
motors? Motors require rotors.
it.
It's a motor
It
rotor.
requires stators. Stators require steel pips. Let's see, do some
Can you
steel
make an
pips.
organ in this game?
Can you make an organ?
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe.
organ. Yeah, you just take out
Let's build steel pips.
Dad, apparently we have organs.
We have organs?
Yeah.
No, Oregon's south of Washington. Why are you guys laughing at me?
We have organs in our body, but did you know that there's organs in neutrophils? But also, organs are south of Washington.
All right, we're going to dump this into the research here.
Points. I don't know what.
I don't have the motors, obviously.
The origins of organs instead of organ.
You need 50.
So I need to make motors.
You need 50.
And that requires steel.
You need 50.
I don't know that I will focus on this quite yet.
You should have done the jetpack.
Yo.
Get jetpacks.
No.
Get jetpacks.
Then do jump
All right, guys. This is it. This is where I stop the episode.
jump pad right now.
I'm not going to use those. I'm not going to use those. I am going to use those. And next episode is when I start redesigning my factory. That's what I've decided to do.
No.
Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and bye-bye.